Hello, and welcome to the Real Tea, where we truly educate. I am your girl, Contrice, from the Tea with the Tea, coming to you every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with some good game for your brain. And oh boy, we have a treat tonight. My guest tonight came to spill all the tea. Tonight's edition of the Real Tea is another Black History portion. Tonight we are certainly here to support our Black-owned businesses. So grab a pen, grab some paper, and grab your tea. Tonight I am featuring a Bigelow tea. Yes, the tea you drink. For real. This tea has a pomegranate peel tea. It has lots of health benefits. It lowers fat, lowers blood pressure, packed with antioxidants, lowers your sugar level, liver health, and promote weight loss altogether. So, ladies, if you're looking for to lower that waistline, you might want to try it. It has hibiscus, apple rose, hip, licorice roots, and so much more in the tea. And what's even better is that you can find this tea at your local Walmart. So yes, Bigelow tea this week right here. And we're gonna be right back in a few moments to get started talking to our
Welcome to Creek Collections, your fashion destination. Shopping online has never been more rewarding. Our selection of fashion goods includes stunning pieces for every occasion, size, and budget. Our retail experts go far and beyond to create our breathtaking creative collections. And our customer service team will make sure that your expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Thanks to our innovative and service-oriented approach, Creek Collections have been highly successful since day one. Browse our site and feel free to contact us if you need any assistance. Happy shopping. Thank you.
all right. So no, we do thank you so much for joining the Real Tea on tonight. We Black entrepreneurship has it has a presence of racism along with discrimination in an ever driving barrier where communities and aside from the negativity from the past experiences, Black entrepreneurship it yet continues to evolve. On tonight, we have here on the Real Tea platform, we're going to have 5 entrepreneurs that have 2 things in common. They are determined and they're also Black. Our guest tonight is going to be Marianne Bean from Platinum Events and Rentals. So happy to talk to her. And my next guest is going to be Darrell White. He is going to jump in and tell us he has multiple entrepreneurship um, leads. And so definitely we want to hear from him. We have Dawkins from Belucci Design. And last but not least, Angela Rosemary. We're going to have her from the Rosemary brand. So you guys hang in there. We're going to welcome to the stage tonight. Welcome in Miss Marion Bean. Hi, Marion.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing absolutely well. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm absolutely excited. I've been waiting to talk to you all week. And so
Oh
I'm
my
not going to do
God.
all the talking. I'm going to talk. But nonetheless, we want to find out from you. Tell us about your business. I want to hear all about it. I want to know the location, your hours, what you do. Tell us.
Oh my God. So, my business called Platinum Events and Rentals. It all started with me just wanting to learn how to decorate. I used to tell people, I can't decorate. And then all of a sudden, I decided to do my own wedding. And when
Oh,
I did my own wedding, I was going crazy. Uh, so from the wedding, I started collecting a lot of items, a lot of different things, and then I was like, I remember me trying to find items to rent. And it was so expensive, and I was just like, oh my God. So I started collecting the items, and then I decided to add the rentals onto what I already do. And from there,
Really?
I don't even know. It just blew from there. Everybody started calling me, want me to do this and want me to do that. And I'm like, oh my God, for real? So I just got excited. So then I went in, and my husband asked me, he said, is it going to be a hobby or is it going to be a business? Which one are you going to do?
Mm,
So
okay.
it was kind of deep, and I was got to thinking about it, and I was like, hey, I want to make it a business. And then my daughter, my youngest one, was supporting me. I had her working so hard on everything. I was like, but I'm gonna pay you. And so we decided to just make it a business. So that's where I'm at now. So I started doing from the wedding that I did. I started doing baby showers. I started doing other weddings. I started doing events. I done like modeling, fashion shows, and then it just went from there.
Oh wow, that is truly interesting. I I had a wedding too. I did the same thing. At least I started out like trying to do things for myself, and it was just too much. So I got other people involved, and I later on what I found was that it's always best to have somebody. Mainly because you being the person that's getting married, it's hard to do that. All of that stuff. I did like I had everything. I had a planner, even though I was hustling, but it still was very difficult to do on
Yes,
my own. So
yes.
yeah, I totally get that. So now tell me, if you were to write a book about yourself right now, uh, what would you name it?
Um, the struggle, the struggle
Real
of the event planner.
Absolutely. I totally get it. That sounds a good book. Really does.
Yes,
It makes you think, like what you have going on, and being an entrepreneurship, being an entrepreneur in this day and age, and we being black people, it is, I know it's a struggle. And so, we might have somebody that's trying to be an event planner. So, we want them to pay good close attention to you because you're very good. I
thank
absolutely
you.
love everything about your work. It is awesome. Um, I know I'm creative, but I'm not that creative. I couldn't do all of
Thank,
that. So
thank
yeah, yeah,
you,
yeah.
thank you. I
Right.
I would
So
definitely let a event player know like the struggle is, it is hard. And no matter what you do, you go through a struggle. But the outcome and the blessing at the end is the biggest reward.
it
So just
is.
let them know you're doing a business. Yes, it's a struggle, but if it's something you truly love and you continue on doing it, and if it was meant for you, and if that's what God told you to do, then in the end, your reward would be bigger than what you ever could expect it.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, we have to put our trust in Him first and foremost. That's what I'm getting from you. And that is
Yes.
absolutely, I believe the same thing, especially when you're trying to do something. So you're absolutely correct. So now, what is one of the issues about this experience? If you could alter it in any way, what would you do?
Uh,
What would you change about what you're doing?
I think I would go more into learning how to actually do the business part of it, because it was just a passion for me. That's something I wanted to
Hmm.
do. So of course I started off just doing it, and I spent, of course, way more money trying to make everyone happy instead of like really knowing what I needed to do to not go in such a big hole with me and my family. So that would be the only thing that I probably would change. But as far as me helping people and seeing the reaction in people's face is something that I love. And I'm still struggling with some of that. So pricing is the biggest problem for me.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's something we have to think about the pricing. I get it. So tell me this. What is your greatest fear and how do you manage fear in general?
So my biggest fear is I'm still scared right today, even though I've done a lot of events and helped a lot of people out. Um, I'm my biggest critic. Nothing is never right for
Okay.
me. And so my biggest fear of everything, and I had it happen, a couple of times, is just not providing the service or the expectations of my client. That's my biggest fear. I've been offered now to actually go to Atlanta to do a big party at a mansion. And I am terrified. I'm scared because it's one of the biggest things that I've done so far. And I just wanted to, I want my client to be happy. And so
Right.
that the biggest fear is just growing. It's just growing and being able to have that team to help me out or whatever, and being able to just make my client happy. That's it's scary because there's a lot of event planners out here. I don't try to say I'm the best because I know it's people can do whatever they do, but we all, we are individuals and we all have our own different creativities. So I just want my clients to be happy. And so that's every event. I'm a nervous wreck.
Okay. Okay. I totally understand that. It has to be something big because you have to take a whole empty room and then you have to make that room look like something. You want to wow the people. So I
Exactly.
totally get it. I am good at and putting things together too, but I'm telling you, you're on a whole nother level. As
Yeah.
means, how long have you been into the business?
So I only been into the business. Let me see. We've been married now for almost 2 years, so only like maybe a year and a half. And I take classes because you never know too much. So I'm always taking classes. I take advice from other event planners. I try to give advice. I stay humble, and I just learning. So being in the business for like a year and a half or whatever, like I said, the biggest struggle is pricing for me. But at the same time, I just stay humble and I keep learning and keep learning. And I ask for advice. I have no problems with asking for advice from people. I have no problem with giving something if I learned it. So within this year and a half, whew,
It's been a lot, right?
yes, yes,
Absolutely. Well, definitely, I do. I can touch and agree with you. I just have to say, again, I don't even do events that huge. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't know what the first thing I was doing, really. Especially after I seen that chair. The chair with things on the back. Like I'm trying to think of everything to get ass, so I just sit in that chair. That is amazing. That chair. I don't know where you got it from, but I tell you, I definitely give you. I give you props for having that chair. That's beautiful. It is. So,
thank you.
how do you go about, like, when someone comes to you and say, I want uh, a Cinderella event. What do you think at that point? What do you think like?
So the biggest thing when they come to me with a theme, which that's crazy because someone just came to me for a wedding and they want the Cinderella theme.
I swear they didn't
So
tell me about that.
yes. So it's crazy because here in Milwaukee, we don't like some of the things in Florida or some of the biggest, cities and stuff like that. They have a lot more variety of things that we can grab from them. So
Mm-hmm.
when they start saying Cinderella, the first thing come to my mind is, of course, the movie. So a lot of times they be like they don't want it big, but their expectation be something big or whatever. So when she says Cinderella, I'm thinking like I got to get the big old big carriage to wheel her in there. Now where I'm gonna find this at? You know what I'm saying? So I just started researching and I'm like, oh Lord. But then when they give you a budget, then you start looking like, oh Lord, now how can I make this big Cinderella party in the budget that they have? So I just try to think of something no one ever seen before. And I try to think, okay, if it was me, what would I want? And then I go back and then I ask them. But it's kind of hard because a lot of times I tell my husband, can we go to Texas or can we go to Florida? I need to go get some stuff and bring it back here because it'll be better, you know. But he's looking at me like, we are not going to drive to no Florida, you know what I'm saying? So when they say Cinderella, if I can't do anything, I just picture the ball, picture the dance, picture that part of it, and just try to create it for them with the lights and all the things that I seen in the movie, and I try to bring it out and make it fit whatever what they want.
All right, real good. So, definitely that's amazing because again, I could Cinderella. I'll be thinking about the big carriage things. And, I mean, I just
Yes.
didn't know how to bring that to life, and I just truly believe that you know how to do that. 'Cause from what I saw, you are awesome.
Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you.
yeah. So, so tell me this now. What makes you feel out of your comfort zone? Like, what makes you feel uncomfortable? Like when you look at a situation, you're like, I don't think I can do this. Like, is it dealing with the people? What would it be for you? For me, it'd be the people. I already know. I know for me, it'd be the people because people want a lot, like you said. For little.
Yes, yes. That is the biggest problem. Like a lot of people will give me a picture, and in this picture they think they only see like a little plate here and a little this and a couple of tablecloths. But the reality is you have to look outside of that because anybody can come on there and do a tablecloth in a little plate. So I have to create different things. Like I might have to make a centerpiece, I might have to make props, I have to do these type of things for you to be able to get it. So a lot of times people will get mad because they don't want to spend the money, you get what I'm saying,
Right.
but they want this big elegant look. And so
Right.
then my daughter, she is talking. She like, girl, she telling everything. So, so once we do, she like all into it because I make her help me. So then, even when I give them a price, even when I give them this price of what they want, they still think like, oh my God, it's a lot. But then they don't realize that even when we put this together, we brought all this stuff in, we set it up. Now your party is over, you are gone. I have to come and get all this stuff. I got to still wash all this stuff and I have to go and put it all back. So even though your party is done to you, I'm still working. So if you're not, they don't understand how much work you put into this party, which make that price goes up. So then I get a lot of people, well, take this out, well, take that out, and take this out. So my biggest struggle, and I have some mentors that been helping me, is still pricing. It's my biggest problem because I don't want to come in and I show you this and it'd be like, my daughter get on me all the time because I'm study trying to add more. I'm adding more. I'm adding more because if it's not wow where I could say, "Ooh, thank you," or you know what I'm saying. So I'm adding more, but the finance part is not there. So my biggest fear is just making them happy and being able to stay in that budget, which is hard. Hard.
Okay. Good. So now, with you being young in the business, um, what makes tell me what I think I kind of know, but I want you to tell me. What
Okay.
makes your business stand out from the rest?
Because I treat everyone as if they were me. It ain't just that, it's more to it to me than just money. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
love what I do. I love, the outcome. I don't care how stressed out I am. I don't care how much I complain. I don't care what's going on at the time. If I'm running around going crazy, at the end, when I see it and I love it, it give me like, wow, did I just do that? You know what I'm saying? And then
Mhm.
sometimes I can get somebody that come and crush me though. They'll be like, because the person that I am,
Mhm.
they try to find something because they know I'd be like, well, I don't want you to be upset, and I probably say, okay, well, I do this or I give you this or stuff like that. But in reality, if I do it and it look good, I can't believe I done it, and that right
Okay.
there is more satisfaction to me than anything.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm hiring you. I'm
Okay.
hiring you.
Okay, girl. I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm hiring you.
Yes,
I
I'm
need
ready.
that. I need that in my life, really. Somebody, because when you're doing business, honestly, you think about the customer too. You think about,
Yes.
you think about the customer too, and you want to make sure that that customer is happy. So,
Yes.
more important than everything, you want to you want them to say your name, like say my
Exactly.
name, say my name. You want them to be saying your name. I know
Yes.
for my show, I want, my show is very small, but my guests, I want to treat them ultimately whatever I can do to help.
Yes.
I will,
Yes.
because I want my show to go far. So
Yes.
that's the same with us. And like I said, us, us, we have to work extra hard to get,
Extra
where we're
hard.
trying to go.
Yes.
Yes, for real, for real. So I I'm sorry, I just had a little interruption there.
That's
But
okay.
anyway, yeah, I just um I'm getting like 50. It's hard to type and think and talk at the same time. It's just so funny to me.
You got to do it. You got to do
Yes,
it.
I have to do what I have to do. I do have one another question for you though. I just really want to know, how do you think being an entrepreneur has turned you into a better person? Has it turned you in? Does it change you? And in what way did it change you?
Oh my God, that's a very good question. Um, I was driving the city bus, and I tell this story. I was driving the city bus, and I tell you, I was the most unhappiest person that alive. I promise you, I gained weight. I did
Really?
everything. Yes, it was a struggle. And when I
Mm-hmm.
started to do this wedding or whatever, well, with my husband, that was a struggle because, he was a man. He was complaining about everything, stuff around the house
It's
and
like,
all this stuff. And so,
yes.
yes. So when I started doing it, when I decided to make this business, it opened up my eyes because the simple fact that we don't think that we can do businesses, or we think that it's too hard to do your own business. So we go in life
Mm-hmm.
thinking we have to work for everyone else, and that, there's no way that we can do the business. Well, when I did this business, it relieved so much stress on me, far as some of the other things, not far as the business part, because yeah, I was still going crazy on that part. But
Uh-huh.
when I got done, I was like, I'm doing this for my business, to show my children that you can have a business no matter how old you are. It doesn't matter when you think about starting or how you started. It's just a point of
Mm-hmm.
getting started. And when I got started, it relieved so much because I'm like, this me. So
All
this
right.
is my
All right.
name. This is what
Yes.
I'm putting on it. This is what
Yes.
y'all gonna remember me by. So if I can leave
Exactly.
a legacy to my children, like you know what, my mama started her business when she started this age, and look what happened. If they see that, that gives them a chance to be able to go ahead and move forward, which it did because I started off trying to do t-shirts. I was doing treats. I was doing all kind of stuff till I found my passion
Yes.
on what I liked led to my daughter doing her t-shirt business. So
Mm-hmm.
she's been doing her own business.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, God, look at this. So now she's seeing the fact that her owning her own business, she's able to make her own money. And hey, what more can I say? I mean, I feel like it did what it's supposed to do just by me starting. So it relieves so
Exactly.
much in showing my baby what she can do.
Yes, the domino effect just coming on down. That's
Yeah.
what it's all about. Yes, that domino effect. Girl, the tea, you bringing the tea to the tea. Thank you so much for
Yes.
the tea. And I
Thank
definitely enjoy talking to you. I'm so happy and I'm excited that you did come by the tea and hang out with us. Tell us where we can find you. Where can we find you? If somebody was looking, if somebody was looking for you to do their wedding, a birthday party, a bar mitzvah, a repast, where can we find you?
Okay, so on my Facebook page is Platinum Events by Marion, or I changed it, Platinum Events and Rentals. Of course, I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Y'all know that.
Mhm.
Right now, my office is located at 6817 West Capitol Drive. We just now getting a hall called Platinum Events. That's going to be off of 35th and Clybourne. So I'll be putting that up pretty soon to let them know about our event hall. And then now I finally got somebody working on a website. So I would
Okay,
have,
okay, okay. Come through
yes,
with the tea.
yes, girl, coming through with it.
Come
So
through with the
I have
tea.
that.
Spit it all.
Yes, but other than that, they can of course call me on my phone. And my number, do I get that right now or?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
All right,
Give us the tea, girl.
four.
The tea.
Yes, let me give y'all this number: 414 550 3165. So they can call me. They can inbox me, Marion Bean / Williams. And then otherwise they can hit me up on my page, Platinum Events and Rentals, which in
Okay.
my case, I partner up with a couple of other ladies, which is Alicia Washington, then Latanya Baker and Shantira Cole. They are with Generations of Excellence, is with a prenatal care company that I'm with. And so they work with me also with getting the business going. So, yes.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, Marianne, I thank you for coming to the tea. I'm gonna thank you again. You are such
Thank
a whole
you.
vibe.
Thank
Like
you
you
so
really
much.
are. You a whole vibe. It was amazing how you and I connected and met with each other. I can't wait to do business with you myself. I'm excited. I'm not even worried about my things because I already know
All right.
what to expect and what's gonna happen. So I thank you
Yeah.
so very much for that. So,
Thank you.
one last thing, what would you tell anybody that was looking to become a event planner or the decorator? What would you tell them if they were looking to get in your field?
I would just tell them to follow their heart, follow their passion, get as much information they can possibly get, connect with people that want to connect with you, and just learn. Don't be afraid to ask questions because I was afraid to ask questions with a lot of people that been in the business way longer than me, and I just thought they were going to talk down to me and everything, or they didn't want to share the information. But I had some people who did, but then I also had some people who didn't mind sharing information with me. And I never would have found that out if I wouldn't have asked. So if you want
Okay.
to start into the event planning, like just call up on some couple of people and start asking questions. Ask them, do they mind? Do they mind helping? And let them know what your plans are, what your vision, because it's
Mhm.
enough out here for everybody. So my vision may be different than your vision. So, a lot of people, if I'm booked or whatever, I pass them to people I know that does events or something like that. I don't even know if they
Okay.
know I pass it to them, but I'd be like, hey, call such and such, or, this person might can do it. Or I might call the event person and say, can you help me? I don't have a problem with it because we in this together. We all trying to just be here together and make our business grow. So I just say, make sure you ask the questions, take some class, do some researches and stuff like that.
All right, all right. Well, I tell you, I learned something tonight. Not that I'm about to be an event planner, but hope that there's someone out there who is listening that might want to be an event planner. And if you're looking for an event planner, you guys, and you're in the Milwaukee area, we want you to make sure that you contact Marion. Look on her page because it's absolutely awesome. Honey,
Thank
she came to
you.
the tea tonight with the tea.
Thank you,
Good
thank
game,
you.
great brain.
Lord
Good game,
knows
great
mercy.
brain. Thanks, Marion. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
And
you
you
so
have a
much
great
for
evening,
having
okay? And thank
me.
you for stopping by the real tea.
Thank you so much. Thanks for
Yes,
having
ma'am.
me. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime. If you want to come to the tea, bring it on.
All right. Thank you.
All right. All right. So that was Marion. I absolutely enjoyed her. I hope you guys enjoyed her as well. We will be right back. This is still our Black History portion. We doing Black History all month, but we black all year round. But this is our Black History, and we'll be right back after this commercial break. We're gonna take a look.
Welcome to Creek Collections, your fashion destination. Shopping online has never been more rewarding. Our selection of fashion goods includes stunning pieces for every occasion, size, and budget. Our retail experts go far and beyond to create our breathtaking creative collections. And our customer service team will make sure that your expectations are not just met, but exceeded. Thanks to our innovative and service oriented approach, Creek Collections have been highly successful since day one. Browse our site and feel free to contact us if you need any assistance. Happy shopping! Thank you.
All right, all right. We are back. We are back on the air. And we have in the house with us tonight. Y'all been asking for him. People been asking for him. And I brought him back. And he is back and he is ready. We have tonight with us Chef D. Chef the real wife. We're gonna let him come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hey! You muted, my boy. You muted. You muted.
Am I
Yes.
on?
You.
Am I
Yeah. You
back on?
on. You
I'm
on.
back
You
on.
with the. You on. You. Yes.
Oh, okay. We're gonna have to rewind. Everybody say, "Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on." Don't start no stuff, Trees. Okay?
I can't. I can't take you. I can't take you serious at all.
Please do.
Yeah. Gee,
How
thank
y'all
you
doing tonight?
so much. But yes, I'm so happy that you stopped by the real tea. You're absolutely awesome, breathtaking. Thank
Thank you
you.
for having me.
I
Thank
am,
you for having me.
yes, I'm happy that you are here tonight in order to enlighten us on a little bit of this entrepreneurship, because you have many
Okay.
ventures going on that I
Okay.
do know. So tell us about your ventures. I'm excited because I know some of them, but I know I don't know all the tea now. Come on, tell me.
Well, my first love is cooking.
Okay.
And I'm an executive chef. I have a catering service. It's called Indulge, and we service 2 to 2,000 um, any style, any type of events. We cook everything from apple pie to zucchini.
Okay.
You can get your southern food. You can get your classical French, Italian, Mexican cuisine, Asian fusion, Caribbean cuisine, whatever you want, we can do that for you. And so another one of my ventures is real estate.
Okay.
I've dibbled and dabbled in real estate investing over the years,
Hmm.
and it's afforded me the opportunity to have multiple streams of income.
Whoa.
So
Multiple strong with a T.
yes,
Yes.
yeah, and I also do home improvements. I've been doing construction for the past 22 years
Hmm.
professionally. So along with the real estate piece, knowing how to do the work yourself
Hmm.
saves you a lot of money. So I'm able to acquire the property, put together a project plan, go in there, do the renovations. We decide whether we're gonna flip it or we're gonna rent it out. Right now, we're doing a lot more rentals, and things are working out.
Okay. Real good. Real good. Because I know you had moved, like, was it Washington that you moved to before?
I was in Washington for 5 years. Born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I
Okay.
lived in Seattle, Washington, Tacoma, Washington area for 5 years,
Hmm.
and actually, when I moved to Washington in 2015, I got I started a restaurant, then I had to back up off of it and go get
Hmm.
a job. Any all the entrepreneurs out there knowing sometime, you have to go get that job when you got kids, you got insurance, you got things to cover.
Hmm.
So um, I had to make it work.
Okay. All
So
right.
when I went back to work, I got hurt on the job. So took me out of construction completely. So that kind of pushed me back into my purpose and back into my passion with the cooking. So here I am, another 6 years later, still flipping and whipping and dipping the pots, flipping and whipping and dipping.
Oh, absolutely. You are very good at flipping and dipping and whipping the pot. I watch. I see what
That
you're doing.
that I
Yes.
know I can do that. You
Yes.
know.
I see you. I see your work. It's absolutely awesome. The presentation is imaginable. I love what I see. And
Thank
so,
you.
just from me to you, I do want to be of just some encouragement to you, too, because I see what you're doing. We have to uplift one another. That's what it's all about. And I'm
Yes,
definitely
indeed.
in love with the whole fact that I can call you to cook. I can then call you to build me out somewhere or something. I can,
That's
so
right. That's
things
right.
that you can. Yeah, so you kind of like me. I'm like a jack of all trades. I can
Mhm.
bake cake. I can cook. I can sing. And obviously a talk show host. So I can do a whole lot of things just to get, but to get it out there. And so it's
Right.
absolutely awesome for us to be black people. I mean, even though and we're not biased, but it is black. It's our month. Sorry about that. It's our month. So we got power to the people. We- yes, yes, yes. So yeah. So tell me, can you outline a schedule for yourself? A typical day. What does that look like for you as an entrepreneur?
My days are not even typical. So I get
Oh.
up early. I do my self care before I start my day. Uh, I get up, I do a little exercise, I pull out my planner, I see what's on the books. Um, Usually, now that things have shifted during COVID,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I'm making a lot of phone calls. I'm meeting with people
Okay.
virtually. Um, I also teach cooking classes. So I got a cooking class, virtual cooking class coming up. My first one this Sunday, and
Okay.
it's with the Burlington Coalition for Eliminating Racism.
Okay.
So um, that platform, and then I've been wanting to do that platform for a while because people ask me to do cooking demonstrations and cooking classes. So now that we're gonna be doing it, we're gonna be doing it virtually. Keep everybody safe. You know, you can be in your own house. You ain't got to have your mask on in your house. You know, just make sure your kitchen clean before you turn your camera on, because don't nobody want to be seeing, stuff running around in your kitchen and stuff. So, but um, yeah, so my typical day is just it's a lot of planning and making phone calls when I have to go out and meet people. I do that, but I'm multifaceted in different lanes, so there's no typical day for me. Whatever comes my way, I just have to handle it, and I try to operate with a spirit of excellence at all times. Um, I don't cut corners when I'm
Okay.
doing anything, whether that's baking somebody a cake or
Mm-hmm.
building somebody a wall. You
Okay.
still got to lay the right foundation, you know?
Absolutely correct. That is absolutely awesome. To take pride in what you do, and like the last young lady we were talking, and I was telling her, customer service is everything. You
Oh, yeah.
know, for me, I don't really even care for Chick-fil-A food. But when I go to Chick-fil-A, I feel like I'm the only customer there, and there could be 50 cars in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It,
That's right.
it's amazing to me because it's the service for me. What they say, it is. It's the customer service for me.
Hey, you
Um,
remember that? You remember that show that used to come on TV a long time ago? It was called Cheers,
mhm,
and
yes.
and the theme song, while
So
everybody went to Cheers, it said, "I want to go where everybody knows my name." Right. So the thing about
yeah,
the Cheers was when you walked in there, they called you by your name. Right. Norm walked in the
absolutely.
door, everybody say Norm. Right.
Hmm.
So when you go
Hmm.
to Chick-fil-A, you get that excellent customer service. The first thing they ask you is your name, right?
Exactly. That's the very
What's
first
your
thing
name?
you have
And then
correct.
they address you by your name because your name is the most important name
It
over everybody's
is.
name. I don't care
It
what you say. You know what I'm saying? You hear somebody say your name, huh? You can say, huh?
is. Right. Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So that's Chick-fil-A's thing is they deliver good customer service and they do it
Exactly.
fast and they do it affordable. And you
Hmm.
usually have a pyramid in service where it's
Hmm.
good, it's fast, or it's cheap, right?
Hmm.
If it's good and
Right.
cheap, it ain't gonna be fast. If it's fast
Right.
and good, it ain't gonna be cheap. If it's cheap and fast, it usually ain't gonna be good.
Right.
But
Right.
when you can hit that trifecta of affordability, good
Hmm.
customer service,
Hmm.
and an excellent product,
Hmm.
come on now.
Yeah. I'm telling
So
you. You
that's
bring
one
it.
of the keys to
That's what I'm talking about.
entrepreneurship.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
That's one of the keys to entrepreneurship is first do what you love to do.
Hmm.
Do what you love. The money
Yeah.
will follow. Okay.
Yes, it
It ain't
will.
about how much money you make because first you're gonna make some mistakes.
Hmm.
You're gonna make a mess. My first restaurant, I made a big mess first.
Hmm.
It wasn't a complete mess, but it was a successful mess to me
Right.
because I learned a lot. I
Hmm.
learned valuable and priceless experience.
Hmm.
Because I stepped out there with a passion, didn't have too much of a plan, didn't have a
Hmm.
whole lot of money.
Okay.
So what I didn't know costed me, right?
True that.
So in return, I ended up going to get the knowledge that I needed, going to school for business.
Hmm.
And now I put the passion with a plan and some money, and
Okay.
now you can be successful. and you measure success or however whatever level you want to measure it on. But if you
Exactly.
want to, so let me stop talking so much.
I truly agree with you though. That's good. That's good tea. That's good tea. That is really it's really tell me this though. Um, what best motivates you uh in your entrepreneurism? What best motivates you for what you do?
Being able to write my own ticket
Okay.
and being able to make my plate the way I want to make it.
Okay.
I don't want
Okay.
nobody putting bologna on my plate when I want to eat steak.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, so I love the independence.
Yes.
I
Yes.
love being able to design my own hours.
Mm-hmm.
And now, being an entrepreneur, you're gonna work more hours usually than you would for somebody else.
You're
But see, when I
absolutely
was working, when I was working for other people, I was always counting the money that I was making for them, knowing that I wasn't gonna get rich working for somebody else.
right.
I'm
You're
just,
absolutely
I'm
correct.
just, I'm putting in all these time and hours because people are not paying you for. They can't pay you for your life, and your time is
Right.
your life.
Right.
Okay, so however many hours you want to invest in doing your business, that's how much return you're gonna get. Whatever you put in is what you get out.
Mm-hmm.
So my motivation is being independent, being
Mm-hmm.
able to design my life the way I want to design my life, even
Mm-hmm.
if even if sometime I have to, if I have to go work somebody's job, I don't count that as a negative.
Exactly.
Okay, because
Mm-hmm.
now I get to learn on their dime.
right. Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
then I have some transferable skills to take somewhere else, right?
Exactly. You're absolutely correct. And that's the same thing that helped me. I work for a communications company and I already was a good communicator, but
Mm-hmm.
there was some things that I needed, and so uh, I was able to learn how to broaden my vocabulary. It was
Mm-hmm.
already broad. I broadened my vocabulary where I'm able to speak to people very articulately and things of that nature. I'm turning into T.I. sister right here, right now. And you're never too old to learn, which is a great thing that I've
Right.
learned. But like for myself, people don't think about it. Myself and my executive producer, we were talking about this, just the same thing. We were talking about, when people see the show, as it grow, I'm sure you noticed that it grew since the last time you were on the show.
Well,
So,
that's right.
and it takes hard work. People don't see that. They
Yeah.
don't see that, or they're not ready to persevere like that. And this is why I think that a lot of people struggle in that area because this is why they continue. I mean, there's nothing bad about working a job, but I want more than 2 weeks out the year to go on vacation. Type thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
I
you,
want financial freedom. So
I think it's
that would be
important.
my whole.
I think it's important, even when you work in the job, to remember that that job is just a stepping stone. Okay. Remember
It is
what you are, who you are in your mind, in your heart, whatever your dream is. But something has to finance the dream.
okay.
Don't get
You got that
twisted.
right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So when we remembering that, yeah, I'm working at UPS, but really I'm a music producer. I'm a chef. I'm a event planner. I'm CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I'm just
Hmm.
doing this right now to get by.
Right.
You know, so do what you need to do temporarily, so what you can do, you can get to doing what you want to do permanently. Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally understand, and that is. I'm so with you. I'm so with you because of the whole. It feels good. to be able to step out,
Mhm.
on faith. My husband and I, we went through that, where
Mhm.
I know that, we were both a little fearful, especially when you're talking about giving up your job that you done worked on for 16 years. But I had to look at or look at the other side of this. Okay, let's do the math. I'm a numbers girl. Let's do the math, baby. Now, if you ain't got to do nothing but drive from here to over there, your one way is going to cost X, Y, Z. And then
Uh-huh.
you can pick up and come back. And I'm going to be waiting right here to count for you and for me. Come on now. Come on now. That
Right.
job not going to hold us down. I
Hey.
used to say it to my patients when I worked in healthcare. Ain't nothing gonna break my side. You think and
Right.
you get that type of a mentality. You begin to get a hunger. It's just
Mhm.
like for me, for what I do. At this point, I really, really, really have to stay true to myself.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what type of obstacle comes my way. With the trucking business, because we have a trucking business as well, even with the show.
Mhm.
I know the reason that the way or the reason that I created this platform to be a blessing to somebody else. And
Mhm.
so it's anything that we're doing in our lives, we want to have some purpose behind it. And
That's
that
right.
determines just how far we're gonna go. We go
That's right.
as far as we want to go.
That's
So
right.
that is a blessing in it all. So yeah, I feel you, Chef D, for real,
I'm
for real.
gonna add
I
something to
do.
what you just said about the faith walk, about stepping out and letting go of your comfort zone. When you walking on faith, you got to believe one or two things. When you step out there, God either gonna give you something to stand on, or He gonna give you wings to fly.
Right,
Okay, so
right.
believe that the Creator is gonna give you something to stand on. What
Mm-hmm.
your courage and your commitment is what's gonna carry you to the next level.
Right.
Okay, your courage and commitment is what's gonna build that bridge from where you are to where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So you remember that you got to put the work in. The Bible tell you faith without works
Is dead.
is
Is
what?
is dead. And you're
Uh,
absolutely correct there.
so we got to
So
put the
that is
work in.
that is awesome. It really, really is. Chef D, tell us
Yes.
where. Give them people give my people some good tea. Tell us where can we. I featured you last week on the show. You didn't even know I was back here, sneaking and
Did you?
featuring. Yes, we featured you last, and you was grinning and in the pots and everything was cool. We my producer, she is absolutely awesome. She's made me commercials, as you can tell now, and so we gonna come back with a commercial for you. We owe you that.
Okay.
Because last time I just kind of read it off, but we owe you a commercial. We gonna have you flipping stuff and everything. So tell them where they can find you. I'm excited. Where can we find
Um,
you?
well, I'm fresh back in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So you can find me on. You can go on Facebook, look up
Hmm.
Daryl White, Chef Daryl. You'll
Okay.
see pictures. You'll see advertisings. You'll see
Hmm.
all that good stuff. I'm on Instagram, but I'm just getting used to this whole social media thing. So y'all be
Yeah.
patient with me. I'm gonna get it
Hmm.
right. Okay. If I
Hmm.
don't respond to you immediately, I will respond. But you can
Okay.
reach me at Facebook. You can hit me send me an email at chefdwhite1 at gmail.com. That's chefdwhite1 at gmail.com. I will respond
All
to
right.
you. And if you want to direct connect, that's how you catch me. Three six
Okay.
zero 402 2936. 360
Okay.
402 2936.
Yes, Chef D. You are breathtaking to me. I enjoy every time I talk to you because of your whole vibe, the aura that I get, the positive vibes. I get excited about positive vibes. So sorry about that. But
Hey,
yes, huh?
I walk like I got 10,000 ancestors walking with me.
Yes,
You
look at
see,
her back
you see,
there.
I got my You see, I got my ancestors in the background. That's them. That's
See?
that's that greatness, you know.
Yes, yes. We are kings and queens. We are. And I
That
feel like I'm
yeah,
rich right now. I really, really and truly do. It's a blessing to be.
it's a
I
blessing to be
like
here with
to see where I'm sitting. I like that. I like to see where I'm yes, he good all the time. All the time. No
you. Oh
matter,
yeah,
no matter. But yes, thank you so much for stopping by the real tea. You are a true example of a true friend. You are a true example of excellence. And I do thank you so much for hanging out with your girl with the
thank
tea.
you. Anytime,
Real tea. Come back
anytime.
and see me. Yes, come back
Hey,
and see me, okay?
next time we gotta talk about that CBD stuff too. Because that
We can
CBD.
talk about it right now. Come on, tell me about the CBD. Let us in right quick.
Okay. Okay. So CBD, cannabidiol. All right. I'm just gonna give y'all to get your pen, get your paper, write this down. Okay. Because I'm gonna give it to you real quick. Okay.
Okay,
CBD, cannabidiol. It is the sister plant to marijuana. Okay.
okay,
Both plants are biologically the same plant except for one molecule that is different. That is that
okay,
hemp CBD does not contain a high level of delta 9 THC. Okay?
okay,
Delta 9 THC is the psychoactive compound in cannabis or marijuana that gets you high. Okay?
okay.
The other hundreds of compounds that are in this plant are health beneficial. And I'm going to say that again, health beneficial. Okay? Can
Okay.
cure everything and helps everything from diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety, pain, inflammation in your body. Um, and now studies have come out to be proven that it even helps to prevent the symptoms of COVID and helps with the recovery
Mm,
process of COVID 19. Okay. So this is something that
mm-hmm.
I want the people to do their research on. Okay.
Okay.
And that's another one of my businesses is I do offer CBD products. My company is called Hemp for Health. Where's the camera?
Okay.
There it is. There. Okay, so this right there. Okay, so I
Okay.
have the oils, I have bath bombs, I have a muscle melt that's 1,000 milligram that will have you running
Mm-hmm.
if you got arthritis. And you can just hit me up on Facebook. I gave y'all the number 360-402-2936. If you want to hit me
Mm-hmm.
up, contact me. I can get you some products and help you figure out if CBD products are right for you. The other thing about CBD
All
and the CBD
right.
industry is that
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's an industry. Okay, this is something that black folks have been kept out of the cannabis industry for so long, but this is our end. Okay, there is no
Okay.
Shangri-La. There is no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. But if you do your work and do your research, you too can be rich, wealthy, and healthy. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so peace,
I think I'm gonna
love.
order some of that CBD stuff from
I,
you.
I,
I think I need that. Sound like a few of my problems is gonna be solved in that bottle.
Yeah, if you get anxiety and you just want to feel good all over your body, it ain't gonna get you high. If you
Uh-huh.
drink the whole bottle, it ain't gonna get you high.
Okay.
And it'll help
It's
with
gonna
the
get
pain.
so it's gonna get me high at all.
No,
It's gonna get me high at all. No.
no.
Okay.
I,
All right.
I've had clientele that were in the military with PTSD. One of my fellow
Oh.
classmates had PTSD really bad, and whenever we had to do presentations, she would shake. And I
Oh.
brought her a bottle of oil, and I just gave it to her, just gifted it to her, and I said, "Here, try this and tell me if it helped you."
Okay.
Uh, 2 or 3 days later, she was looking for me. She wanted to buy 4 or 5 bottles because people had noticed the
Okay.
difference. that much. For me myself, when I got hurt in 2016 on construction, I have zero cartilage in my left knee, and they told me I was
Okay.
gonna need a knee replacement. I told them y'all ain't cutting no more. I'm gonna go home and take my turmeric and my ginger and my CBD, and I'm gonna be
Okay.
fine. And it took about
Right.
2 years, but I can run again now.
Really? Yeah, I
God,
need some of that. I can't run no more. I'm there. I'm probably going up and down the steps some of the time because of my knee, really. But
my,
yeah.
the CBD combined with good diet and exercise. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's a combination. It's a lifestyle change, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, but I do offer that as a business, as a consultant for
Mm-hmm.
people that want to get off of opioids. Oh, it's a good exit for people on opioids too. It's the
Okay.
receptors
Okay.
in it's the brain receptors, the CB1 and CB2 receptors. Y'all writing this stuff down? I'm giving y'all game right now. I'm giving
Yeah, I
y'all
hope he's giving y'all this good
sip your
tea. Y'all
tea.
ain't writing this down.
Y'all put
Somebody
your
out
cups
there,
down and sip some tea.
yeah, somebody, somebody out there, y'all better get your tea and your paper and your pens. The man got something for your aches and your ears and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
yes, so yes, so good. I thank you. I thank you. I
you're
thank you. I
welcome.
thank you. There's so many guests coming here to drop some tea on us tonight, and I'm super excited. And I thank you for joining me tonight
Drop
again.
some tea
You take
and
care.
some
Yes.
CBD.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Y'all, Chef D. Chef D was here in the building tonight. Y'all asked for him. Y'all got him in full form. And we thank you for coming by tonight. Next up, we're
You're
going to be
welcome.
talking to Mr. Belucci. He is in the building tonight, too. He in the building.
Thank you.
Y'all been wondering who is he? You're about to find out because I'm going to ask. You know the girl with the tea going to ask.
Okay.
All right. You have a good night. You have a good
Peace
night.
and
Take
love,
care.
family. Peace and love.
Yes. Much, much love to you too. And thank you for stopping by the Real Tea tonight. We're going to be back in one moment. We got a small commercial break real fast. We're going to let Mr. Bellucci get himself in order. I'm excited. I know you are. I know you are. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for dropping by the Real Tea. We appreciate y'all. All right, all right, all right, you guys. That was our black chef we featured tonight, Chef Kendrick. Chef Kendrick is in the Charleston area. Chef Kendrick will come to your home. He will do private. He does catering and so much more. So if you're looking for a chef, you are in the Charleston area. He also travels. And he is also a black entrepreneur. So we want to welcome to the studio tonight, Mr. Belucci. We got
Yeah,
Mr.
how you
Tyree
doing? It's the real tea.
all right. I'm
Yeah,
so happy that you do. Oh my God. I
yeah,
finally get to see you face to face. That is
yeah.
awesome.
I'm here in the
Yes.
flesh.
In the flat.
In the flesh. How you
Yes,
doing?
I am. Yeah, I'm so happy to see you. I'm so glad that you joined us here at the
Okay,
tea. I'm telling you, I got to get right into it. I've been boiling over, waiting all week to talk to you.
okay. I'm here.
All right. Yeah. So, Tyree, you can first start by telling us about your business. Just tell us what do you. I gave them a little bit. I don't want to give them everything. So tell us what you do. What type of business you have.
Right now, it's a clothing line, apparel line. what we do, just basic stuff, our own brand, upscale brand. People comparing it to Balenciaga, Gucci, stuff like that. It's a few owners in the business. It's me and all my siblings. We started this from the ground up.
Okay.
It's a good venture. It's definitely a good
Okay.
venture.
Yeah, that was gonna be you took the my first question I was supposed to say, but I
Hmm.
got so happy I didn't say it. I was supposed to ask you, using your entrepreneurship skills,
Hmm.
tell me what you thought the first question I was gonna ask. You answered it. Because my first question was going to be, when I hear Belucci,
Hmm.
it automatically gave me like Gucci,
Right, right,
all bang. You know what
right.
I mean? I got those types of things immediately when I said it. I said, oh no, I got to have one of these.
Every time I say it, it still gives me the chills every time I say the name.
Yeah. Where'd you come up with the name from? Tell me that.
Um, what I used to do is, I carry a piece of paper and a pen on me a lot. So, when stuff comes to me, I write it down. And when I wrote that one down, it stuck to me. It was basically a sign, and I went with it.
Yeah, yeah. I can truly believe that because the name, you're definitely going somewhere. I'm
Right.
just happy I know you, and I'm gonna be ordering your clothes
Of
because
course.
I be what should I say? Described as little bougie. I'm not bougie, but for some reason that's what it is. So hey, I'll be bougie. I'll
There
be
ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I got some bougie in me
hey,
too.
yeah, I got a little bougie in me. So when I saw I said I was gonna bring my shoes to the broadcast just so you can
Right.
see how serious I was about that Belushi when I seen it. I immediately ordered some shoes. I was on the computer. Oh no, I gotta have some shoes.
Oh yeah,
Your
oh yeah.
clothing,
We got
yeah,
them all. Any type of suit you want, any type of color, we have it here.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So you have like jeans and stuff like that too. I saw at the end
Right,
of the advertisement.
right, right. Jeans, sweatsuits, hats, things like that. Now we getting into our spring gear, our summer gear. That's coming real soon. It's gonna be dropping real soon, probably in the next month. In the next
Okay.
month, we'll be dropping.
All right, yeah. So tell me now, with you doing what you're doing and doing it how that you're doing, how do you identify a business opportunity when you see it? Like, how do you know that it's viable? Like, how do you know that I could be like, yeah, let me go with this?
Um, with entrepreneurship, you take a lot of risk. So you never know which way it's gonna go. You just get into it, and if it go the right way, it goes the right way. You have to be,
Right.
of course, dedicated to it, motivated. Um, put in all the footwork, but you never know how it's gonna go. You never know how it's gonna go. You just take the risk. That's entrepreneurship.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that was gonna be the next question. What you is only to now I was gonna ask you what is entrepreneurship mean to you? And I can tell you can tell like the difference in things. I just gave a parable about Chick-fil-A
Hmm.
earlier. So rating your customer service, you know, what would you rate your customer service at? Like if I did business with you, ordered your clothes, am I gonna what type of customer service are you doing the Chick-fil-A customer service? It looks like it because your smile is awesome, but
Yeah, I mean, of course, anybody gonna say, their customer service gonna be a 10.
okay,
They're gonna be on the 10, and I try to treat all my customers with care. I treat them as if I'm treating myself. So
okay.
everybody treated the same. Great customer service.
Yes, yes, embracing them with that.
Right,
That's what's
right.
going to keep
Yeah,
them customers. That's what's going to keep them.
right.
Um, so, considering the fierce competition in today's world in the
Hmm.
clothing line, would you? What do you think will make you stand out in the crowd? Like, what make you stand out? Above the Tommies, above the Vellucci. I mean, that's Vellucci. Above the Gucci's. What
Um,
would make you stand out?
it would be concept and a lot of support.
Okay.
Support from the black community. Of course, the black community. We the number
Mhm.
one in the U.S. So of course,
Right.
the black support and marketing and just coming up with some different concepts that nobody never came up with, doing something different. Being differentiate yourself from different brands.
Okay. All right. All right. So tell me this. Where did you get your entrepreneurship skills from? Where did they come from?
I gotta say I got that from of course my pops, of course my moms, stepmoms,
Okay.
stepfather, they bred that into me. They
Okay.
bred it into me. So they always constantly doing something. Growing up, I seen them do a lot of different, a lot of different things, tried a lot of different things, and they wasn't afraid to try it. So
Okay.
growing up, looking at that, I had the mindset like I can do anything too. Even if it don't work out, I still
Mhm.
can do it. That's what my parents and bred it into me.
Right. So that is awesome because to me, I know what you mean. Like when you when it's what you have around you, your
Right,
surround.
right,
I mean, it could be like anything. I had a plant, and I could never figure out why this plant wouldn't grow.
right,
The plant stayed the same size for months, and I'm giving it sunshine, I'm giving it water, but something is not right with this plant. So what I did was I changed the position of the plant.
wow,
I just changed the position. I moved the plant from in front of the kitchen window and I put it in the living room in front of the window. And all of a sudden, there came these
hmm,
big, huge, beautiful bugs, and it was what I had around the
right,
plant. That was what it was.
right.
Um,
I was reading this.
so
I was reading this
go ahead.
book one time. It's called U Squared. If anybody ever heard of it, you know what I'm talking about. And it was when you first open up the book, it gives you this story about this fly. It's about a fly that's trying to get out the window, but it can't get out the window because the window's closed. It can see the outside, but it cannot get outside. So it constantly keeps flying
Okay.
into the window until it dies. What that fly should have did. It tells you what that fly should have did. It should have went a different direction. Came up with a better solution and with a different route. So that's when
Right.
it goes back to say, when you start an entrepreneur business, if something don't work out your way, try something different. Maybe you do something different. Maybe
Okay.
that's you do something different.
All right. All right. Absolutely. I think that's a good formula. I really
Right.
do. It tells my story completely. Like, you know, yeah, I know how to bake cakes, but I baked them for a little while.
Yeah.
I wasn't comfortable, you know what I'm saying, with the flour and all that over me. I mean, I'll bake you a cake, it's cool, but let me bake it for Thanksgiving or something, or
Yeah.
Christmas.
Right.
But as far as what my niche was, when you find out what's within you,
Right.
other people can see it too. And running into obstacles and stuff like that, if it's something that you really, really want to do, you can do it just by having that hunger.
Right.
You have to hunger for it. So it's just like me when I have obstacles in my way, especially when it comes to, you know, mainstreaming myself and things of that nature, that's something that happens, like the little ball that bounce on you and I just knock it out the way. We seen that one with Shaq when he doing
Yeah.
that same thing. That's what you have to do. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? Like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yep, yep, you too. And it's fine because success is what it's all about. It's what we're all trying to do and trying to be. I looked at the pandemic at the beginning like everybody else. I washed my hands to death. I think I got a case of eczema from it, those types of things. But what can it do for me?
Right,
And
right,
what it did for me, was make me create a platform to educate other people. So it was it was just a lot of times, they say the idle mind is a devil's workshop, but
right.
it depends on where your mind idling at. Because when my mind idling, I'm creating some poetry. I'm doing something because I can't allow myself to only sit there and do nothing.
Right.
Because we all got the same
Not it.
24 hours in a day. We
Right.
all do. So when somebody else look at me, and I'm thinking, well, you had the same 24 hours in a day, so fine with
Exactly.
you.
It's all
So
about
yeah, I think that, yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
it's
about
all
you.
about it.
But the
Yes.
good thing, we did get very affected by the pandemic. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot of lives lost to it. I pray for those families that lost the loved ones. But on the good side to that, the pandemic did create a lot of entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
people sitting in the house just thinking like, how can I make more money? So it definitely
Mm-hmm.
created a lot of entrepreneurs, especially a lot of black entrepreneurs, you know.
Yes.
So something good did come from it, you
It
know.
did.
It was it was a lot of losses. Something good did definitely come from it.
Yeah. The
Right,
whole it opened up a whole new, world.
right,
Especially for me because I get to talk to people that I never thought I was even able to talk to. You know,
exactly,
because
exactly.
they're going through this pandemic affected stars. They're no longer stars. They just like John Legend. They
Right,
just ordinary
right.
people. They turned into ordinary people. And you can, you know what I mean? And you can get your hands on it, talk to them and find out things, So it's absolutely an awesome experience. I'm telling you, I have yeah, I'm down with. I ain't down with the pandemic now. I do feel bad for the people
Yeah,
because I lost, family members as well. Most,
right,
a lot. I know people that were affected by it, and it's really something, traumatic that we all
yeah.
experience.
It definitely
But
was. Yeah,
yeah, I tell them that us as black people. Well, people we have what's called homeostasis. We adapt to our surroundings. So all
exactly.
of a sudden, my house has a studio in it when this just really was a room at the beginning. We make
Yeah,
we'll make something out of nothing
yeah.
for
Like,
sure.
like
So
I said,
yeah,
though, a lot of people definitely learn themselves in this pandemic, learn the direction they want to go. Being that you home and you quarantine and you all about yourself and trying to figure out what's your next move, staying away from social media a lot because not a lot going on, through the pandemic. So it's not a lot of people moving around. So you just get to sit back and learn yourself, what you want out of life, and that's
right.
like that's that's where the entrepreneurship came from, created. Well, that's what the pandemic created, creating a lot of entrepreneurs through this
Mhm.
pandemic.
Yes, absolutely. So what I just have to know what best motivates you about being an entrepreneur. What best motivates you?
Um, Honestly, it's one word, and that's family.
Hey.
Family motivates me. Changing family history. Um, you know, um, my younger siblings, the younger generation, giving them something to look forward to. That's what motivates me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what gets me up in the morning. That's my cup of coffee in the morning. Put it like that.
Oh, okay.
That's my
We
cup of
have
coffee.
tea, you have coffee, it's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good. It really, really is. I tell you, I was most like I've been most, intrigued by, just watching off of a distance, seeing what you're doing as you being, younger again. How long you been in the business so far?
Actually, it's only been 2.5 months.
Really?
Yeah, it's only
You
been
a
two and
baby. Yes. But
yeah,
you came out, and then came out like Let me in here.
Yeah. Hey, if you ain't want to let me
Yeah,
in,
because
I
most
gotta knock
people.
down the door.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so happy for you. I'm definitely here in your support. At any time, I believe I can't wait until I walk into somebody's store and I look over there. I'll be like, oh yeah, he
Oh
came
yeah.
to the Tea Tyree.
Right. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Tyree, yes,
Due to the pandemic,
yes,
getting a
it's coming.
storefront, that's probably the worst thing to do right now because there's not a lot of foot traffic, but it's
Right,
definitely coming soon. It's definitely coming soon. But
right, yeah.
you can order online through VellucciDesigns.com. That's VellucciDesigns.com. You know, go in there,
Okay.
order whatever you want.
Yes, yes, please do, y'all. Go in there and order Vellucci stuff. The man got the most beautiful colors you ever want to see. I'm not going to tell y'all what color I got. I want nobody to copy me. No, I'm joking. When I see the jogging suit, though, honestly, when I saw it, I
Hmm.
said, no, that's my favorite color, by the way, outside of, just my off color. That's my
Yeah,
favorite color. It works for me. Olive
yeah,
green works
that's
for me.
a
It
great color.
does. So
That's a great
it's
color.
the olive green for me. I got some olive green Air Max. I'm telling you, Catrice with the tea, I'm gonna be spreading the tea. I'm taking it with me to Milwaukee, spreading the tea. Y'all ain't gonna. I know somebody gonna ask. Girl,
Right.
where you get that chocolate?
Yeah,
So
they
I'm directing them right back to this broadcast and your website. Get on
right,
there and get
right.
his stuff. Yes,
Please.
sir. Mr. Vellucci, Tyree, I enjoyed you. I couldn't wait to talk to you. You absolutely awesome to
Anytime,
me. I'm want to yeah, I'm
anytime.
encouraging you.
We gotta do another go live. Do another
Yeah.
interview anytime.
Every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again because I definitely got to bring you back because I got to know. I got to know what's going to happen because I know it's going down. I
Oh,
already know this. I feel it in my bones. Yes,
well,
and we're gonna be talking again. I'm gonna be ordering some things, and I'm certainly hoping somebody that's watching us, somebody that even watches this broadcast later, is going to go on to take a look. I don't gotta say support him. Support yourself. You got to go on there and look at what
right,
I see because I
right,
seen, I was ready, and all my friends they
right.
bougie too. So I'm gonna have to talk with them. We'll see what we can do.
Definitely
Yes,
will.
I thank you.
Definitely
Yes,
will.
sir. I thank you so
You know,
much.
from the Vellucci family to the real T, we definitely appreciate you for allowing us to do this interview. So thank you. We come back
Yes,
anytime. Just call us. That's all you
yes.
have.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now you have a good night. You have a
To.
good night, and I will contact you in the near future. Okay. And thank you for joining us here tonight on the Real Tea. Thank you for coming.
Real T. I got to get that down pat.
Yes, I'm the girl. Yes, yes. It's packed. It's packed already. It better not.
All right, all right, all right. All
Yes,
right, y'all
sir. You
enjoy.
take care. You take care. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys give it up for Mr. Dawkins. That's Tyree Dawkins from Vellucci. Y'all got to see what I have in store tonight. I've been waiting all week to talk to this young lady who's going to be up next. We got to have Angela, the Rose from the Rosemary brand. She's going to be talking to us in a few moments after this commercial. We will be right back. I hope y'all enjoying the tea. I hope y'all enjoying the tea. All right, all right. We are back. We are back, and we're bringing to the studio tonight Mrs. Angela. This is Angela of the Rosemary Band. Just as beautiful as you want to be. Hey, Angela.
Hello, hello. How are you? Do
I
I
am
need to
absolutely
figure
fine.
out how to share this with on my page? Hold on one second.
Sure.
My,
Share it on your page, honey. We want to reach all the tea drinkers.
thank you so much for having me. I am having a what do they call
Want to reach all the tea drinkers.
tune in? Hold on, Taco Tuesdays and tune in now. What they
Yes, if you don't have your tacos, get your tacos. Get your tacos and your tea and your pen, whatever you need. It's been some good tea brewed up here tonight. It really, really has. We had Chef D to come on. Chef D told us many things. We had Mary, and she came in, she jumped in, and she told us excuse me, she told us about event planning. Chef D gave us so much tea. He even got me wanting the CBD, and I know I'm not the only person that's watching this that want it now. So y'all, please support our Black business owners. Angela, welcome. Welcome
Hey.
to the Real Tea, my dear. Tell us, Angela. Let us in. Walk us around the rose. If I can talk to you tonight, I was gonna cry. Walk us around the Rosemary brand. Tell us about it.
Oh, wait. So the Rosemary brand is my legacy brand. This is a brand that was birthed this year. Actually, this is 2021. So it was birthed last year when I realized that I can literally start back marketing my skincare products and my hair care products. Because if you remember, we go way back. And if you
Right.
remember when I moved to Georgia, I moved here in 2012 with another brand. I ended up within 5 years, I got a national distribution deal,
Okay.
signed a contract with someone who was really, you know, it was a bad contract. It was a good contract
Okay.
in terms of I got a deal. I'm getting ready to put my products on shelves, but it was a bad
Mm-hmm.
contract in 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 terms of the partnership. The partnership
Okay.
um, gave them leverage to take my business. But you know what? I learned from that, and I grew from that, and I was in a 3 year non-compete. So for 3 years I went, I did something else, I figured out my real purpose, and we'll talk about that. And
Mm-hmm.
then 3 years, February last year, I realized, oh my God, my 3 years is up. I
Mm.
can come back. Now everything that I learned, now I can apply that, and now I'm even stronger. Now I'm even more um I'm even more of a I'm able to compete out here. So
Okay.
it's it's been a journey, should I say, and a
Yes.
great journey. And I
Mm-hmm.
apologize that I'm in the car, but I was coming from one of my connect meetings, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have a lot of lighting in my car, so I'm working with two phones,
That's
and
okay. That's all right.
trying,
Because guess
and trying
what?
to give you some
This
space
the
at
thing.
least.
This the thing. You can do that right now. But when the tea keep going, when the tea gets to where it's going, you'll be able to walk in the studio and sit down. That's okay though. Don't worry about it. You in your car. And you
Right,
came. And you came.
right.
And
Oh,
I'm
I
most
want to
grateful
miss the
for
tea.
that. Yes, yes. I'm telling you, I'm most gracious for that you took time out of your busy schedule to come and talk to us because so how I created the tea, you didn't ask me, but I gotta tell you. How I created the tea, the
Let me
platform
know.
is because most people don't even watch the news. They don't read, and the only book most of the time that they pick up is Facebook. And so, what better place to educate than right here on Facebook? So that's how the team was created, and how you ended up here is because you're an awesome entrepreneur. And I watched you grow, like you said. I have known you a long, 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 long time. So it's absolutely awesome to be
Don't
in
be
your presence in this capacity, though. In this type of a capacity, which is somewhat totally different. We probably years ago never would have thought that we would meet in this type of a capacity. So that just tells you that time changes and it keeps turning and and it's nurturing. So it's what you get out of your time. I know what I'm getting out of mine.
right,
I'm saying? So yes, sometimes it takes people hard to accept me like this, but it's okay.
right.
We're gonna keep going because I'm also a black entrepreneur. And I watch you with your brand. When I see the Rosemary brand, I think olive olay. I think I think high end. I think Sephora. I think that's what I see when I see the Rosemary brand. So I know if that's what I see, I can only imagine what type of tunnel vision
I,
that you have for
yes.
your brand.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then I can tell that you use it because your skin is amazing. Like it
Thank
glows. It's amazing. So I want to go like that too. So tell us.
you. Right. Well, I tell people, yeah, I'm a year away from 50. Like this is 50, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to look like you drag down and beat down. If you take care of
Exactly.
your living organ and all the products
Yes.
that I make, I also use them in my hair. I can remember back when I first cut my hair back in, I don't know, probably 90, 98 or something like that. I got teased. They talked about me. You know our crew. So
Right. Right.
they
Right. Right. Right.
they pillar the post because it was too
Right.
many. But look, now it's down here, and I have to literally pull it up just to keep it out my face, and
Right.
make sure that
Yeah.
today was a day though. So I want it to be all dialed up, but you get what you get today. It's all good.
That's okay. This the tea. This the Taco Tuesday with tea. I'm having tea right now. I don't know what anybody else is having, but I'm enjoying myself.
Down here
So
is
Angela.
Arnold Palmer. So I got an Arnold Palmer. I got tea and
Okay.
lemonade
Uh,
because we had
Hey.
a lot of
Hey.
lemon, so I had to make that lemonade too and throw it in with the tea.
Yes. Whatever tea, whatever floats your boat. I'm telling you, whatever tea you get. I told him, I said, I'm sure nobody thought I started to premiere a different tea each week because I am a tea drinker. Even though
Okay.
my show had absolutely nothing to do with the actual drinking tea, but I just decided to promote a tea a week. So tonight it was a pomegranate tea, which is really, really good. So,
Oh,
just in case you're looking for some tea to drink, stop by and grab that. It's absolutely awesome. So now, do you believe there is a winning formula to becoming a successful entrepreneur? And if so, what's yours?
oh yeah, there is definitely a winning. The
Okay.
formula. Well, first of all, yes, I do believe there's a winning formula,
Mm-hmm.
and the the one that I choose, that I'm going with is to first get your mindset right.
Okay.
So if you ain't got the proper mindset, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
So it's mindset, and by that I'm meaning having a positive mental attitude because you're
Mm-hmm.
going to be, um, with you're going to feel disappointed. You're not going to feel supported by your friends and family. You have to get
Mm-hmm.
that out the way. Get that thinking that, I'm going to step away from this corporate job and I'm going to be successful right out the gate. No, it may happen, but not if you're dependent on your friends and family. And you can't take it personal when they're
Mm-hmm.
not supporting your business because
Oh
they're not going
yes.
to be the ones that's going to make you rich. They're not going to be
Oh
the
yeah.
ones that take you over that, unless it's a family business. But most
Yeah.
often it's a dream. And I think, people will live their dream because they didn't get the support of, their mom and their sister and their brother and their cousin
Oh yeah.
and they best friend or whatever. Like, that's not their dream. They want to see you
Exactly.
win, but you have to want to see yourself win. So you have to
Yeah.
get your mindset right. And then, and if you don't, hold on, let me turn my lights out. And if you don't necessarily, you know, get the support of them, you can't give up on your dream.
Right.
So
You're
you
absolutely
have to
correct.
go out, have to realize that you can do it, but it takes a team. You can do
Yes.
it by yourself, but it takes a team to really scale your business and grow it to a level of real success. Otherwise, you might not be working for a company, but you just working for yourself.
Mhm.
You don't really,
Exactly.
people think of entrepreneur, most people think of it, and I'm gonna tell you the God to honest truth, is that you just broke and you just begging, or you just broke and you just trying to, hey, I'm just keeping it real. But
Yeah.
if you a real for real entrepreneur, you have more than one stream, you got more than one
Hmm.
thing working at a time,
Yes.
and but you working on your main thing, and you not
Yes.
and you're not mad at friends that don't support, because they're not going to be the lifeblood of your business.
They are not.
If you depending on your friends, then you might as well keep going to your 9 to 5.
Exactly. Exactly. I totally agree with you. And I'm so happy that you even brought that in, because that's some good tea right there. It is so true that, a lot of times people feel like they need the validation of their friends and their family. Right now, just with me, I've only been airing for about a month now. But in
Mm-hmm.
that month time, I've got more support from people that I do not know. People that I never met in my life write me. They write me, and they listen to my poetry and they share it. And for my people, I gotta be like, would y'all like to share? Please like this, you know what I mean? When all the time I don't really have to do that, because I don't
I
know
might
somebody
choose
whose
your
name I
spirit.
can't pronounce is writing me at very present. No, no, no joke. And that's true. But I was never thinking about other people. I care about people. So I figured this: whether you support me or not is here. So, you may
And I
not look at it as supporting.
right,
Exactly.
right.
It's here. The tea is here. And the tea is here to stay. And that's my attitude, that is my attitude for the long haul. It's for the long haul is what I'm thinking. Because you will never go anywhere in the world if you were going to Florida, driving in a car, you caught a flag. Well, what are you gonna do? Turn back around? Absolutely not. I refuse. I what I have. When you become or in a position, you in a position that you literally place yourself. You place yourself there. You say, "Hey, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it." You don't need nobody to. You really don't. You don't need somebody that's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, come on, let's do this."
Because whose validation are you looking for?
Exactly. I'm like Bernie Mac. What am I trying to prove? Nah.
Right. But I mean, and what if they don't agree? What if they
Exactly.
don't agree? So you can't allow somebody else's opinion of what you do, of your business, you know, shape move.
Right.
You can't do that. You have to know that one thing for sure: consistency wins. You continue to do continue to show up, you continue to refine your process. Every time it might not be right, but guess what? You got time to get it right. If God don't
Exactly.
wake you up, just start anew. Just start. You got
Yes.
time to correct what flaws. So eventually, you become what they call an expert at it. And then you can't be denied, because now you at the top of your game in your field. And had you stopped when
Mhm.
they didn't support you, when they didn't share your page, when they didn't click a like or a love, because guess what? They watching, regardless if they like it, share it,
Oh
or don't.
yeah.
They still watching.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah. For
you know,
sure.
you
Definitely
just gotta
watching. You're
believe
right.
in yourself. You got to have
Hmm.
what they call
Yes.
favor and faith,
Yes.
and stick in it and stand
Yes.
in it. And there'll be some
Yes.
that come and want to, you know, drip on you and support you or whatever. And then when they pull their support away, you feel like like the wind has been knocked out of you. You better get up, like Les Brown say. If you
Yes.
can look up, get up, get your butt up,
Yes.
and getting, get to getting. Don't
Absolutely.
give up your
Yes.
dream.
Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, this is awesome. So
Hmm.
tell me this. What popular entrepreneurial advice do did you agree with or disagree with? Like somebody tried to give you advice on what you were doing.
One popular advice that I disagree with, and you know what, and it's just because I don't, I don't want to associate my name with, I don't want to be in synonymous with cheap or
Okay.
affordable. So
Right.
my
Right. Right.
wares, my hair products, and things that I make, I use quality, organic, natural products that are sourced
Okay.
from South Africa. Some of them are sourced from, I get them from different suppliers that I know that I'm getting high quality products. Well,
Okay.
I don't have a problem paying for it, and I also don't have a problem charging for it.
I'm
So
in.
a friend of mine who's very they, he's just like $20. Why I shouldn't mock him, but you need to make it so everybody can buy it. Make you a $5 jar. Okay, well I do have a $5 jar, but it ain't gonna be that big. It's gonna be this big, and I'm not making I'm not making product for um a low end customer. If you want
Exactly.
quality
Exactly.
product that's gonna be effective, then you're gonna pay for it.
You're right.
Period.
You're
But
right.
that's what
Uh-huh.
he wanted me to do. Just slap something together in the jar. No, I'm not doing that.
I totally
I just don't
agree
want to
with
do that.
you.
I,
Yeah, I
I
agree
want
with
to
you.
stand behind.
100%. Yes, I want to bring quality um to bringing quality. People don't understand that you get what you pay for. If and I had this is something that I myself experienced.
Word.
Um yeah, I'll hire somebody to come to my house. This happened to me. This is true story. I hired somebody to come to my house and do some work. Now I paid them this much. Well, guess what? This much, I got that much. And then I had to turn around and hire someone else. And I ended up spending this much when I could have just spent this much in the middle, got the work done in the first place. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. So that is absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. You don't minimize your product based off of what someone else is doing. We have to think like we're rich. I feel like I'm not rich. I want to make that disclaimer. I'm not. But I'm rich. In my mind, what they say, in my mind, I'm rich already. So that means don't come right here playing with me.
Right.
I'm
And
serious
that
about what
really
I do.
matters. But I mean, and one thing that someone told me that was really important that I should share, that's a positive in becoming an entrepreneur. Like I said, strategic partnerships work. You
Hmm.
can definitely get to the top of the mountain. You can get to the top of the mountain, and guess what? It's gonna look like every other mountain. It is
Right.
lonely at the top. It's
Yes, it is.
only
It is.
uh it is. It's lonely. It's lonely at the top. You get there and you made it there and you by yourself, and then you look around and you got all this ego and you by yourself when you could have locked arms with someone, and it would
Yes.
have been
I'm
fun. It would have
with
been
you.
more fun. You would have
Yes.
had, you can build off of each other. You could build with each other, and now
Hmm.
you're sharing your success with others. Now you
You're
have a team
absolutely
of
correct.
people, and everybody is getting paid. Now
Yeah.
you can just make a legacy for yourself, but you got your home girl, you got your homeboy, or you got these people who you became sisters and brothers through strategic partnerships. Now, it's good to put everything in writing, and it's good to put everything on paper. So there's no mixed or minced words. Everything should have a contract. And I don't care if you sneeze and write,
Everything.
put it in a contract. Yeah.
Yes. 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 You're absolutely correct.
But yeah,
Everything.
do a team, a
Contract. You need that
team,
paperwork.
and put it in a contract. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Even myself though, I totally agree
What
with
else you
you.
got?
Yes, everything. Even myself, with the show itself, the Real Tea has a team behind it. Actually, it's not just me, and
I,
I don't care who picks up the tea. I don't care if it's I don't care if it's Tyler Perry. Tyler will know that I have a team, and they're coming with me. If you want me, Tyler, if you
right.
listen, you know me. Guess what? They come with me because that's how the team was created. I have a team, and my team is a little small right now. But those people that are on my team, definitely, I'm going to keep them on my team because, like you said, it is definitely lonely at the top. It is lonely. I see
Right.
you
But
have
everything, you don't have to have like a massive team starting
right.
out. It's right now with the Rosemary brand, it's just myself. But trust me, with Rosemary's Marketplace, I pulled in an expert. I pulled in somebody who's good at producing. So I need you
Mm-hmm.
to produce the show, or I bounced it off her ear. She was just like, Erica, her name is Erica Tony, ET Productions.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She was like, yeah, you know, I got a DJ. Yeah, you know what? I think my DJ knows somebody that has an art gallery that we can rent the space out for, little or nothing. The next thing
Mm-hmm.
I know, boom, I have a whole show going. And that
Yes,
is
that's
not just
what
benefiting the Rosemary brand or or ET Productions, but it also benefited 9 other businesses and a nonprofit. I raised money for her nonprofit organization, Halo 7, 9 other
okay.
businesses, people that make candles, soaps,
Okay.
gift baskets, all of that. They bought their businesses, the marketplace, and put their offerings, their handmade offerings on display and made money. So I was
Okay.
able to spread the love and grow my brand. Go ahead.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's that domino effect I was talking about
I didn't know
earlier.
if you would.
That's definitely the domino
Mm-hmm.
effect. I mean, one thing, it's just like the body, the ankle bone connected to the leg bone connected to the knee bone, and you just keep going. Everything has a purpose. At
Right.
this point where I am in my life, it has to make sense. It has to make sense. And I know that makes for great entrepreneurship. Is to not to be afraid. I've learned tonight just not to be afraid to be, take risk, building your brand and building with people. We have to trust somebody. So definitely, that is what I, have taken just from, this short time, just tonight. So absolutely awesome. Rosemary, tell us.
I was,
This is
yes.
huh? I was gonna say, tell us, how did you come up with the name of your company? We just have to know that before we know where it is. Tell us about it. How did you come up with the name Rosemary?
Well, my name is Rosemary, Angela Rosemary. My mother name is
Oh,
Rosa Kay,
okay, okay,
and my grandmother name is Rosa Kay. So
Ah,
it's part of my legacy. It's a legacy brand to paying homage to my grandmother, paying homage to my mother, and then my middle name. And I got two boys. So AJ and Marty, that ain't gonna work. So I just
yeah.
said,
Y'all want to buy some AJ? Nah,
that's not gonna work. So the
right.
the first the first company was a beautiful brand. It was nice. It was fly, but it also, I believe, kind of boxed me into one demographic.
Okay.
Now, when you hear the word the Rosemary brand, it you don't know if I'm or
Yes,
you have no
yes,
idea
you
who
don't.
owns that company,
You truly
owns
don't.
that.
Yes.
So that that was one of the things that, because I wanted to make sure that this was something that this one can't be taken away. I'm not going to
Right.
make the same mistakes that I made initially with the first business. And
Okay.
it was just all encompassing because the Rosemary brand has other subsidiaries that's
Mm-hmm.
underneath it, like the marketplace, like real estate,
Mm-hmm.
like, other things that I do um, in my life to bring me income. And I can
Okay.
continue to do that with Rosemary Investments, Rosemary Renovations, because I have a renovation
Okay.
company. So it's just,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just under it. And so
Yeah.
it's going to be my holding.
Okay. Yes. I am so happy to hear about
Am
all of
I
those
breaking up? Because it
different.
sound like it's
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit, but that's okay. But I am so happy to hear about all of the
okay.
different, your multiple streams of income that you have going on. I'm telling you, it is wonderful to have multiple streams. It took me a minute to learn about multiple streams of income because I was so accustomed to being a worker for so long. But when I started to think about, I went to a funeral and there was a young man there, and he was talking to my husband about having mistresses, is what he called it. And so it caught my attention because he's talking about mistresses with my husband. So I just politely mosed on over there, only to get over there and was totally intrigued. What he meant was the mistresses was how what he referred to multiple streams of income were like his main income was his main girl, and his multiple streams of income were his mistresses. So me and my husband came home and we decided to get us a couple
Wow.
mistresses. So it is a wonderful thing. Rosemary, I thank you for stopping. You came by, you came through, you did even in the car. That's okay. Tell us this one last thing tonight. Tell us where we can find the Rosemary brand because I need some of that stuff for my hair. Your reviews is awesome. And your hair, I need all that. So tell me where I can get some oil and cream from, girl.
And this way is the
Uh,
the
mhm.
rosemarybrand.com.
The
Dot. The
rosemarybrand.com, Lord.
rosemarybrand.com.
Yes, the rosemary
Yep.
brand is
Or
what,
the
yes.
underscore rosemary.
hmm I'm going to put
Yes.
it up on my
It's just a blessing.
good. I'm gonna put it on my website on the Real Tea. I'm gonna put the Rosemary brand just in case somebody forgets, because we definitely want to do all that we can to support you as a Black entrepreneur. I'm so happy. This is Black History Month for the Real Tea. I think this is my last Black History show, but Black History to me is 365 days of the year. You have been so inspiring to me
Yes.
just in a short time where I could just talk to you forever and ever. And we're gonna have to do entrepreneurship in a two-part series or something because I'm telling you, this has been extremely interesting to me tonight. And I am running out of time. I think I'm probably like an hour into it. So definitely we do thank you though so much for coming by, for stopping by and hanging out with me. You are so awesome. I'm telling you, you guys were awesome tonight. Everybody who came on to the tea tonight, I enjoyed myself. I am going to do now our final sip of tea. Rosemary, you can stay with me. You can stay with me, honey. You can stay, you can stay with me for the final sip of tea. Independence is what most yearn, but more fear the fear than becoming the obstacle to ultimately overcome. Without a drive, there's no ambition, and your forces only take you so far on your journey. But it is the risk takers with persistence that endure until the end, hence never settling for less. Mediocrity is the easiest direction to a low end lifestyle. Let your obstacle be your opportunity. Let your test become your testimony. And adversity will then become your benefit. I thank you guys so much for joining me here tonight on the real tea. We had a long edition tonight, but there was a lot of information that was needed. And I do thank you guys so much. Until next week, we will be having Gospel Explosion 2.0. 2.0. And we're hoping that you can join us next week. We'll be streaming 7 p.m. Eastern Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have to remember that. Until next week, same cup, different tea. Reach one, teach one. God bless you guys. And thank you again for joining me, Contrice, the girl with the tea on the real tea. Good night.